Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Please press the like button, subscribe, share, comment. I am always looking forward to the dialogue. I am always looking forward to reading the comments, and I really appreciate it when you comment to other subscribers as well. Thank you everybody. I'm so blessed to have over 3,100 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm over here in my house. I'm working security, just making sure that nobody comes in the middle of nowhere. I got my tactical gear on. I got my tactical butter knife and my tactical fork. Just in case something happens. Today we're going to do something a lot different. That does not involve my carrier and this butter knife and the fork. A subscriber reached out to me today. He had my phone number from like 9 years ago. I work with this guy. He goes by the name of Mel, M-E-L. And we worked hospital security together. Let me tell you something about Mel. If there's anybody out there that has made a mistake, then it has to be Mel in private security. He's probably made every single mistake possible known to humankind. When I was working security with him, a lot of people would, not a lot of people, but there's a couple of people that would joke about him. I had a different opinion on Mel. This is the thing. For every mistake that he made, he would own up to it. And he would be in the penalty box more often than not. But every time he'd tell me, hey Sean, I did A, B, or C, I made a huge mistake, and I'm owning up to it. That's what differentiates Mel from a bunch of other private security officers. He owns up to his mistakes. Other people will just say, hey, you know what? It's the boss's fault. It's the sergeant's fault. It's the corporal's fault. It's the client's fault. But Mel has owned up to every single mistake. Every time. Even some things that I don't think are his fault, he owns up to it. And it's because of that, it's because of him owning up to every mistake, he's able to grow intelligently and professionally. Anyhow, Mel reached out to me. We had an excellent conversation. I think we had an excellent conversation at least. And he provided some valuable input. He's going to be talking about tactical private security, people that he's worked with. He's going to talk about that one-day assignment, or actually 1 hour assignment where he worked a dispensary account. He even knew it was a dispensary. But there's a lot to learn from what he has to say. And I'm going to do some other videos on some other topics that he has made. But I tell you, Mel, if you ever work with him, this guy is he's the representative of private security. I never seen anybody so passionate that I actually got an opportunity to work with. I never seen somebody that passionate about private security other than Mel. And in real life experiences working private security. You probably ran into him a couple of times. Again, some guys that I work with, they just had negative criticism about Mel. But he has owned up to every mistake. And it's because of that I answer his calls, his messages, and I respond to him. He's also, once in a while, you'll even see him making comments on the videos. So guys, something that Mel brought up, and I'm going to play his audio. He gave me permission to show the audio, permission for you to hear the audio and show some photographs. I'll show you some photographs of him and his wonderful daughter, who actually has an autism challenge that his wife, I keep thinking work, him and his wife are working diligently to address. But he mentioned the concept of tactical. He mentioned that there's a guy that he worked with who had worn a plate carrier with an AR mag. Now in California, to have an AR-15 on security patrol, that's something that's in the gray area. I addressed that in another video. But this guy would have your full metal jacket, your 5.56 or 223s in his plate carrier. And if there was an active shooter situation, he would go 6 blocks or 8 blocks, not blocks, but stories up to get his AR and address a threat. But Mel was telling him, hey, this is kind of a silly setup. People like this, I don't laugh at. Just because some people have a lack of experience, a lack of knowledge, and they think because they watch a YouTube video with somebody wearing a plate carrier and a security shirt that they are a professional. Guys, stop looking at the equipment, the coolness. Okay, look to see who's presenting the topic. I have a tons load of experience in both law enforcement and security. I've been in real life situations, so much dangerous situations that I can't even address on YouTube. I'll address that in my book once I publish that in maybe 10 years. Um, but I've been in some scary situations, just like how a lot of you guys have been. And if you haven't already, take the survey. That's in the community section, so you can see where you fall. And I provide all different types of questions, and you guys provide some valuable input. So let me take this off. Again, no reason to carry an AR magazine if you don't even have an AR anywhere near you, and even if you're not able to carry that in your state. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play Mel's video. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, we're looking forward to the dialogue.
Yes, Sean. Most of the more guys are young kids, man. Unfortunately, I work with this other company, a dispensary. I don't like it. I quit within the first hour. I didn't know it was a dispensary. Um, did my interview, was really great. Then he told me that I would be, a supervisor arm, checking on post, location, and everything else. But he didn't never give me good specifics, so I got lied to by the owner of the company. It's called Security. Unfortunately, man, we have kids and dispensaries with the wrong gear, carrying the wrong, you know, like carrying stun guns, staring from Amazon, carrying tasers that their brother A slash they were deputies or they are deputies and they'll give it to them so they purchase for them. I had a kid who had an AR magazine on his duty belt with Full Metal Jacket 60 rounds. No, sorry, 30 round magazines. I had a kid who carried a Full Metal Jacket on their weaponry. I wish you could throw a video about that, man. The proper way how to carry, a duty belt while you're on duty. And trust me, I spoke with the owner of the company, and I told him all this stuff, like kids carrying ARs with Full Metal Jackets, magazines while on duty. And it's pretty funny because I make contact with that kid, and the first thing he tells me is his right to carry it because he has a rifle in his car. And I'm looking at him and I said, "So you telling me you have a AR across the street and a parking structure that we park all the way to the sixth floor, and if there's a shootout, you're gonna run over there, grab the AR, load it up, and come back and take care of the active shooter?" Yeah. I said, "Do you ever see Sean Sandoval, Sean Sandoval videos?" And he goes, "No." So I start showing him. And then I explained to him, "Please see this video, and also your other friend Mike from Florida videos, and some other instructors too, like, you know what I mean, other instructors there." And I'm telling him, like, "Hey, listen, this is the wrong thing to do." Now this kid is who was carrying that AR, and now he's working with me, and he got out from the dispensary, and he's like, "Hey, man, thank you for giving me that chance opportunity from seeing those videos from Sean, because I didn't realize it that I was wrong carrying ARs and having an AR in the car open to the public in LA, and you know what I mean, anybody could have snatched my AR and I look ridiculous." I said, "No, not a problem, man. Sometimes you need to have that little push. You know what I mean? Listen to the right instructors who could give you great advice." So, but make the story short. Making the story long to short. If it wasn't for your video, man, some of the kids I work with, you know, they like hearing you what they say, and we always, every night from 5 in the afternoon to 5 in the morning, we meet up, and have lunch, and they'll talk about your videos or talk about the guy from Florida, and then later on, you know what I mean, they'll talk about, the people who have been killed by Ally, while working for Ally or any other security officer, man. We appreciate it, man, for what you done. Thank you, man.